I was like, nope, I ain't dying tonight. So I just started sprinting, probably the fastest I've ever run in my whole life. And the whole time I'm just thinking, all right, just keep running, don't look back. I turned to my side because I was gonna say something to Keon, and he's not there. You ever do something so stupid that life just has to beat some sense into you? Like you are literally getting a divine warning from God, just saying, yeah, don't do this, because the next time you do, I will let you die. I'm serious. Well, that is exactly what happened to me and one of my friends a couple years back. So we went on a hunt that ended with us getting chased by some guy in a mask. Okay, so how the hell did this happen? Well, I gotta take you back to 2016, right? So me and my friend, we'll call him Keon, we were 13 years old, right? You know, it's spooky season, everyone's getting excited for Halloween, but this wasn't any ordinary Halloween. No, something weird was going on. There was a new villain, there was a new threat to our society. Because I opened up social media and all of a sudden I'm hearing about these killer clowns. Now it started with one video of this guy dressed as a clown, just standing in the middle of a road blocking traffic. I thought it was a little bit weird, I decided not to pay attention to it, but then all of a sudden these kind of videos were just blowing up, they were everywhere. It even got to the point where they were showing it on the news. They had these people walking around in these costumes, stalking people, harassing people. Some of them had chainsaws with them. It was crazy. Now, of course, the clout chasers would get involved and they'd do like these fake clown pranks and like hire fake actors to try and pretend to be scared and all that. But listen, man, if you have people dressed as clowns walking around with chainsaws harassing the public, I'm just like, yo, I can't lie, Halloween this year might just get a bit crazy, I can't lie. So the story gets a little bit spicier when some other kid from my school comes up to me and he ends up showing me this Facebook post of one of these clowns allegedly saying that they're gonna show up outside of school that was like 20 minutes away from us. Okay, now it's starting to get a little bit serious. Bro, it got to a point where even the teachers are starting to get a little bit scared because they gave us a whole PSA talking about, all right, children, we'd have to remind you to be very careful on your way home. There are some strange people walking around in clown costumes, potentially carrying weapons. Do not interact with these people. If you see anything strange, make sure you call the police or talk to a responsible adult. Right, so me and Keon were listening to this and we were thinking, oh, hell no. These killer clowns think they're gonna come to our neighborhood or our ends, as we say in the UK, and cause problems in our schools. No, you know what? No, we're not having it. We're not having it. So that's when we decided they're not gonna hunt us. We're gonna hunt them. So on Halloween night, we decided we're doing a heist. We're gonna go on a killer clown hunt. So here's how it worked. For years, all the kids in our neighborhood would all meet up as a group and we'd all go trick-or-treating. So the plan was, yeah, we're gonna do that as normal. But at some point, we need to find a time where we can just ski away from the group to get our little clown hunt going. Right, so halfway through the night, while everyone else is distracted, we just teleport away from the group and we start mentally preparing ourselves. We're like, right, okay, come on. This is what we prepared for as we head towards the park. Right, so we enter the park, right? And then it literally looks like a scene from some kind of hood gangster movie or something like that. Because we just got like a bunch of these guys, right? Well, in the UK, we call them roadmen. So like we got a bunch of these guys, a bunch of these gang member looking guys. We got one of them stood there just staring at us. We got one guy, he's holding a basketball. We got just a bunch of them sitting on the bench. Basically all just giving us little looks and then just kind of looking at each other. So like you can kind of tell they're talking about us, like who are these kids? What are they doing here? I'm pretty sure they were doing some kind of illegal substances because it did start to smell a little bit like the devil's lettuce over there. I ain't gonna lie, but we had a job to do. We're cleaning up these streets. We got to keep it moving. Right, so we keep it moving. We keep walking, and then Keon just turns to me. He's like, "Yo, did you hear that?" And I stop for a bit. I start hearing some footsteps, and then the footsteps just randomly stop. So I turn around and I see this guy just in like some kind of horror movie looking mask, just standing a couple meters away from us, staring at us. And I was like, nope, I ain't dying tonight. So I just started sprinting, probably the fastest I've ever run in my whole life. And the whole time I'm just thinking, all right, just keep running, don't look back. I turned to my side because I was gonna say something to Keon, and he's not there. And I was like, oh no. I turned to my other side and he's not there either. So I take a deep breath and I'm just like, all right, I'm going back for him. So I turn around, ready to fight whatever demon took my friend. Then I hear him shout my name. He's like, Imani! And I see him stood next to the guy and he's laughing. And my first thought was like, hold on, is this like in horror movies where the thing catches you and then you get possessed and you get dragged into this kind of hive mind? Now, luckily, it was nothing like that, okay? It turns out that this guy was one of the guys we saw from earlier who just decided to prank us. Anyway, guys, that is the story of my first and last clown hunt. Anyway, what'd you guys think of the story? If you enjoyed it, drop a like on it. Maybe hit that subscribe button too if you want to hear more crazy stories from my life. And tell me, where were you when the killer clown stuff was kicking off? And did you happen to see any? All right, well, have a good Halloween and I'll see you in the next one.